Are you thinking about trying out one of those health tracker apps? Well, I'm going to review Noom and Chronometer right now, so stay tuned. Hi there, I'm Jen from At Home with Jen, and I have fallen off the track. I'm sure you guys can relate. You know, you get so good in your health and you get in a pattern, and then it slowly deteriorates, and before you know it, you've gained 10 pounds, your diet is just all over the place, and it's time to start over. So that is my goal this year, and I'm trying to get back on track. I am a workaholic, so I tend to push away some of my health goals in order to do some of my geeky stuff. So I have chosen 2 apps that I'm going to try, and I've been trying them for the last 2 weeks. One is called Noom, and the other one is called Cronometer. So I've been kind of using those to help me keep track of the food I'm eating and my exercise and my calorie intake and all that good stuff. And I'm going to review them right now for you guys. So the first up is Noom. I found this one because probably like you've been inundated with ads from them. They were pretty much on my Facebook feed all the time. And I was more curious. I didn't realize if it was like a tracker app or if it was a food eating system or what it actually was. So I signed up for their 2-week free trial. And it's more of an app to kind of guide you through things. So this one, it did have a lot of reading in the beginning. It did have a lot of setup, which is good because it actually is asking you questions of, you know, what level you're at, what do you want to achieve, what's your goals, what's your why, and all that, you know, stuff that you should know that we never actually sit down and figure out. So it helps you figure that out. You do get a coach in the program. Though I will say a little bit about the coach. I felt like she was a little robotic. So I'm not sure if it was an actual person or if it was just a bot with some stuff saying in it. I have not gone past the 2-week trial yet. So once you get to the paid part, I'm wondering if that will change a little bit. So I'm going to try that a little bit later on. So you do get group coaching too, which is nice. So you get you get into a group with a bunch of other individuals that are trying to lose weight or achieve some sort of health goal. So it's always great to be able to interact with people like that. They do have some recipes that you can follow. I found a lot of them I couldn't do because of my food allergies, but a normal person probably could use them. And it does promote you to make sure that you track it. It gives you little notifications, and it'll actually text you. Your coach will text you and say, hey, you haven't logged in the app lately. You need to do that. Log your food. So that's kind of nice to have that extra little push to get you motivated. And it also is kind of like a psychological aspect to the app that it really gets you to figure out your why. And it also teaches you why you're probably failing in your diets. So that was kind of neat. I knew my why. I knew why I was failing. So I am not quite sure how well the app is going to work for me because I kind of feel like I am a little bit different than their typical person. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The only thing I didn't like about the app so far is that it asks you to weigh in every day. And for me, that number is just a number. I'm more into the health goals. I really don't care to see what the actual number I weigh. So that one I thought was a little off-putting. It was a little off-putting that a lot of my foods were in the app. Again, I have a specialized kind of diet. I buy a lot of my food at health food stores, and you're not your typical shopping item. So I think that's why they're not in there. I did get the option to put them in manually myself, which is good, but again, kind of a pain in the butt, and I found myself not doing it because it wasn't in there. So that's a little bit of a downfall. The other downfall is that I didn't like that it's only an app. I'm not a phone person. I cannot stand that little screen looking at it all the time. I'm more of a desktop or a laptop person. So that was a little off-putting to me that I couldn't access the app via the desktop. You only can use it in your phone. So those are a little bit of the downfalls. The pricing on that one was $59 a month, but if you want a food plan, it was extra. I will look that up. There is kind of a free version I figured out too. So if you go beyond the 2 weeks, you can. It's very easy to cancel, which I like because there's some products where you get into that subscription and you have to go through a ton of hoops to get out of that subscription. So this was kind of nice that you just say I want to quit, it goes, okay, here's a link, you're done. So that was kind of nice. And then you can also still use the app in the free version where you don't get the coach. It just basically becomes a tracker, a food tracking app, really. So like I said, I'm going to continue on the paid version. I just want to see what it actually gets extra, because I didn't get into the groups yet. So I kind of want to see what that looks like. And I kind of want to see how it shifts from the trial to the paid version. So I'll do an update later on that one. But yeah, it's, if you, there's the link below if you want to try it. I think it's great for somebody who's just starting out, who doesn't know a lot of nutrition, that really needs that extra help. I think it's a great app for that. And it's not terribly expensive. It's a little bit pricey, but it's not terribly expensive. If you do like their extended plan, it becomes a little bit cheaper. Like their 4 months is $129. So then it's only like, $30 some a month, which isn't, it's not too bad. Especially if it gets you to your health goal. I think that's amazing, because we all need to be getting to that health goal so that we live better lives and we live longer. So the other one that I found was called Cronometer. And this one, one of my online friends mentioned it in a group I was in, and I was like, okay. So I went and I tried that one out. This one I thought was awesome. There is no coaching to it. It's just basically a food tracker app. So this one is probably better for someone who understands their nutrition and how to have a balanced diet. I know it, I just haven't been doing it. So this was a nice app for me because it kept track of everything. And that was something I knew I needed to start doing again. You if you're like me, you get into patterns and you just don't pay attention. So I got into a really bad pattern. And through this app, I figured out how many vitamins I was missing, how many minerals I was missing. And that, I think, was very valuable to me. So that's the one thing I really, really love about this app, is that it really keeps track of your minerals and your vitamins and your intake of that. And it gives you a nice really charts to show you, how you're progressing, what you need. So I really love that about this app, because at the end of the day, I went, oh, I need more vitamin B. Oh, I'm way low on calcium today. So I would just go to my cabinet and go to all my supplements and just take whatever I needed to boost for that day. So I really like the app for that. It's also, I really liked it because it tracked my supplements. That's the one thing that Noom didn't do. You couldn't track supplements in it. This one you can. So I can track what I took for that day. And it's really nice because I take almost all Young Living supplements, and 90% of them were already in the app, which is nice. And Chronometer had a lot more of my funny food in their app too. So far with Chronometer, there's only one item that I had to actually enter in myself. So that was really nice. It also has a section where you can put in a recipe. So you put in the recipe of everything that's in that recipe, and it'll calculate all the calories, the intake, the vitamins, and all that stuff. It'll calculate it for you. So that's really nice too. One of this one. So, yeah, so far I'm really liking the Chronometer. I really kind of wish that the Noom would intermix with other apps. It does with the Apple Health app, but I'm noticing I was getting like a message saying, we track this activity, but it's not new. So I don't know exactly what that means. So I had to sit down and figure out what that means. But it would be really nice if it could kind of mix with some other apps a little bit more. I think Noom is fairly new, so it'll be interesting to see if they actually develop a lot of that stuff later on. And again, like the Chronometer, like I said, I think I'm really liking that one a little bit better. But I know what my health goals should be. I know like what targets I want to hit. So I think for me, that one's better. But if you were just starting out, I think the Noom would be better. The Noom is great too if you need a lot of coach helping. I'm not a person that helps. If a group of people tell me to do something, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do it unless I want to do it. So again, it depends on your personality. Like I said, I wish I could have kind of merged the two together, because I think they both have really good qualities. So go ahead, comment below. I want to know, are you guys using these apps? How is it working for you? Also, let me know if you want to have a review later on, an in-depth review of Noom or in-depth review of Chronometer in the next couple months. And so I will show you how I've been going and how it's going along. And again, more of the pros and cons of long-term use. And if I meet my weight goal that I trying to do by the end of June. So we'll see. I'm very much lacking in exercise, so that's not helping. So go ahead, subscribe, like this video, and I put links below on both of the apps if you want to try them. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.